I want you to get I want you to get that one.
Look at your boy back there, bro. Look at your boy.
He's scared.
Yeah, he fucking. All right, I didn't want to say anything, but that looks a little.
Bro, my boys from Australia called me. I said, I know, don't ever introduce me that guy.
Look at the face, man.
My boys from Australia, they're really hardcore guys.
Yeah.
Like, they like, do not ever introduce me that guy, please. Don't want to know about him. Don't want to talk to him. I want nothing to do with that guy. That guy's a pussy.
No.
He jumped through the cage.
You know what? Amazing. He didn't know where he was at. He didn't know where he was at.
You see his leg? Give me the chicken wing.
Yeah.
Give me the chicken wing, that bitch.
I remember vividly rewinding the tape over and over again with this fight here and being like, all right, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna get right to the center. Because all the people that I fought were all taller than me too, because you had the same issue. So like I fought at 70 and 55, but for the most of my amateur career was 170. So there was a lot of taller guys, and we were built similar. So I'd rewind every tape, and I try to find every, not just highlight, but every real, like full drawn out fight, which your fights never lasted that long anyway, so I was able to watch the whole thing. So
it's very quick.
Yeah. So I remember again vividly, like, all right, rewinding it, and then going in there and actually doing exactly what you did to Whisper and Silva. And I was like, all right, this is. And then I went to ATT that one day, and I was sparring with Saba.
Yeah.
And I remember, this is a funny story. If you guys that know me know this story, because I've been telling it a lot. First time I've ever met Hector. Hector thought.
Stop. He's gonna bring me up again.
Listen, no. Listen. So it was amazing because you gotta remember, like, I've looked up to this man. I've watched all his fights, and I went to ATT to spar, and it was Saba, and we were going at it, and Hector was on the bench, and he was just kind of you were getting done, right? You were just done sparring or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was coaching up Saba, so I'm like, in my mind, right? I'm sparring a guy that's being coached by the guy that I emulated a lot of. So I'm like, damn, I'm kind of feeling bad, but I'm also excited. At the same time, I'm thinking to myself, I better not get too good here, because I didn't want Hector to be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just go ahead and handle this by myself. So I'm like, the whole time I'm already getting ready. Like, man, if Hector just feels like, all right, he needs to make an example out of me, then that's what's gonna happen. So, but needless to say, after the whole sparring match, he comes up to me, actually showed me a couple things on the ground. You remember, you were like showing Saba, but you also showed me, and I was like, I'll take that all day. Then afterwards, he goes, man, why didn't you say what's up to me? And I'm like, yeah, bro. Listen,
really?
Yeah,
man,
listen.
I was intense.
So yeah, this is.
I was a fucking intense motherfucker. I heard stories about shit that people say to me that I did in the past. Then I used to say, I was like,
yeah.
Really? He said, yeah.
Listen, you thought I worked at LA Fitness. You thought I was like one of the trainers at LA Fitness by the gym. And I was like, I've never worked at LA Fitness ever in my life. And I was like, nah, Hector, this is the first time me meeting you. But I'm a big fan. Like, I was like, bro, I've been watching your stuff.
You know what happened? It was a guy that looks exactly like you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And the guy tried to bully me at the fucking, and I'm like, is that the guy? That is the motherfucker.
Oh, man.
But it wasn't you.
Yeah,
but exactly. You have
I'm happy it wasn't me.
You have a twin up there. I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know where he's at, but he's exactly like you. Beard, everything. I was like, but it was you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was happy. We went to LA Fitness, though, later on, after sparring was done. And we go into LA Fitness. Everybody went. It was me, you, Dean Thomas, was it McCarthy?
Dean Thomas. Why is Dean Thomas mad at me?
Dean Thomas is not mad at you. Dean loves you. Yes. We'll figure it out. It's his birthday today, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ding! Happy birthday, baby.
There you go. See?
I love Dean Thomas.
Yeah,
He's a funny dude.
We're going to relay this over to him.
And he's a very smart guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Very funny dude. And he cares about people.
He does. Yeah.
He really does.
He does, yeah.
You know, I like him.
Dean's been on the podcast. He's been on the first episode or second episode. Dean started me in combat sports and MMA. Yeah. And then he's got me into ATT and all that. But like, I would say, you know, and then we went to the LA Fitness and we were going to get a protein shake. Smoothie. Yeah, bro, listen. So as we're waiting in line, and I'm eating this up because, again, you got to think about it. Like I said, I looked up to this man as a fighter, and we were talking, and he turns around, and there's a couple of guys in the gym looking over at us. There's probably 4 or 5 UFC fighters, world champions, plus yourself. They were all looking at us like almost as fans, right? But Hector didn't take it like that. Hector said, "What'd you say?"
You know, I even share with you my struggle.
Yeah.
And actually, I had to be grateful because, you know, you are one of the few people that kind of like took me out of that sinking.
Yeah.
Because my sinking was, and this is why you took me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was, what the fuck are you looking at me?
Yeah.
You want to put it on me?
Yeah.
But then you go and you're like, Hector, look the way you look, bro.
Yeah.
And besides that, probably they know you fight, they
Mm-hmm.
see you watching you fight. You gotta take a different look.
Yes.
Because before I thought like you should try to put it on me.
I know.
You know what I mean? I never felt like what you explained me. But it makes sense though.
It made total sense. And that's why I was like, all right. And at that particular time, I'm like, yo, man, they're fans. Because, and they're not fighters. So they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act around fighters.
Right.
So it's like, oh, they're looking at you and they're bigger guys, but they don't know respect in that way. They're not martial artists, so they don't know that either. There's a way that you go about introducing yourself and meeting people that you admire when you're in it, but they're not in it. They're the uninitiated. So they don't know how to think. That's what I was telling you. And the same thing happened before where it's like, yo, you are a big name. You're a face in the industry. You're a face in the sport. And not on top of that, you've been very successful and you're one of the most dangerous fighters in the world.
Yeah.
So people want to be around that. They get drawn to that. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like I was taking a different approach. That's why I'm grateful for you that you took me out of it, because I felt like, okay, whether you want to fight me or you, and that actually happened yesterday.
Oh wow.
The guy's just looking at me.
Yeah.
Go around, you know, usually, you know, they say, hey, Hector, you know, take a picture. The guy, look, cut me off, loose again, he cut me off. And I'm like, you want to have a go or what? He goes, no, I'm a fan.
Oh my goodness, man. See? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he didn't know how to tell you I'm a fan. Like,
I know, he was.
And then people are like, well, maybe it's not him. Maybe it is him. Maybe it's not him. Maybe
he knew who I was, but he just didn't have the
ball.
Like to go and, you know, say like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So he just, and then he would hide and would go somewhere and they would look at me.
You know why? You know why that is though? A lot of people, and I'm not saying you, but I'm saying people in your position sometimes are not as friendly.
I just don't give a fuck. You know, and you know, and I wish like a lot of fighters would be that way.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as the industry growing, and it's growing and growing, like you see these guys acting like actually tools, man. Like I was like, man, what the hell's going on with these guys, man?
Yep. No, I know. So listen, before we go on, let's go back and you know, from the beginning a little bit, because I want people to understand who you are, you know, as a person first and foremost.
Yeah.
We know you as a fighter, 100%. I know you more as a person now. What got you started? What got you started in this whole thing?
You want me to start when I was a kid?
Yeah, let's do it. Whatever you want to share.
That's a very sad story.
Yeah.
But look, you know, as time goes by, I ended up learning that I gotta tell, you know, my struggles when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? You know, and who are better than here. You know, I haven't been really open on those podcasts because I feel like most of these people on the podcast, they're not really real.
Yeah.
They're not real for real.
Yeah,
like, you know, I care about you because, you know, I know you for forever. Yeah. And I know you're a real guy. I can care less what anybody says. Obviously, you're gonna have a bunch of haters, gonna talk shit about you. But, you know, I know for the fact that you're a real guy. But I just don't want to give the opportunity to share my life experience with, you know, Ariel or Annie or none of these guys. They can care less about you or me or anybody. They just care about they just care about themselves. So I feel like it would be a better place to, you know, to check out a lot of my stories. I've been sharing with a couple others. I really know that they're real. But yeah, when I was a kid, man, I was getting beat up by my dad every fucking day.
Yeah. So how did that feel? Like obviously
he was a drunk fuck, and you know, obviously a coward. And I know he was a coward, and I remember I was 10 years old, and that's when I figured out that this motherfucker is a coward, like a fucking pussy. Yeah. I remember like I was playing. In Cuba, you have these little balls that you aim and you hit it. And then if you hit it, the guy have to give you one ball. And then if you aim again, you hit it, he have to give you another ball till he ended up having nothing. You take all his balls. So
what's the game called?
It's called ball.
Oh yeah,
nice. Bolas. Okay. In Spanish,
gotcha.
Bolas, like play bolas.
Gotcha.
And estaba jugando bolas. I was playing bolas, right? Balls. And I took all his balls, and then the guy fucking ran. You know, he's like, I chased the guy, and I remember like it was at the back of the neighborhood. And at that time in Cuba, like I'm living already in a small town, fucked up. Yeah. And at the back is like the ghetto. It's like a end of the favelas, right? At the back. Yeah. And his dad, it was like a guy who was in and out of jail. You know, always stealing, stabbing people, cutting people with machete and shit. Yeah. Pretty bad guy, I remember. And I go in and I'm like, where's my balls? And the guy came up. The guy got full tattoos, beer, all fucked up. He's like, you come here. Come outside the house. And it has a backyard. And he had about 10 kids, bro. He's like, you fight now. Really? And I start fighting one by one. Oh, shit. I punched the first one. And he's like, the other one jumping. Oh, wow. Start beating the other one. But as I'm fighting, they start fucking growing.
Yeah, so these bigger guys came in,
A year after.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, for my fifth fight.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker's already 5 years older than me, you know, like fucking. Yeah. I need to find a way to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Jump the fence. Get out of there. Yeah. Ran to my house. As I'm hiding in my house, I'm feeling like, okay, this is my safe place. Yeah. Here we go again. It's my dad. Yeah. He came with the belt. But this time, instead to hit me with the part of the leather, he started hitting me with the buckle. Cut me off, and I'm already all cut up, you know, scratched in the floor.
Why is that? Because you ran away from the fight, or is it because you got in the fight, or what?
It's just a coward. Yeah. And drinking, he was probably drunk, upset up something, so he laid on me, and I'm like, look at this motherfucker. Here am I like running away, thinking I'm just gonna go to my house, and this guy at least just gonna like protect me. I don't want him to go out there and fight, and you know, which is I would do it. If I see my kid get beat up inside somebody's house, I'm gonna go up there and fuck this guy up. Yeah. But I wasn't even waiting for that. I was, you know, let me refugee here. Yeah. I get beat up again, and I need to find a way. I said, like, I need to find a way to defend myself from this motherfucker. I start doing judo. Eventually, like months later, he tried to beat me up, and I'm flipping, I start punching him up.
Oh, yeah. Because you were doing judo at that particular time.
But that was the worst.
What was that, 10? You were like 11 years old?
10.
10 years old?
I got kicked out of my house. I don't have a place to go.
Oh, wow.
So I go to my coach. He goes, what's up? I said, like, I don't have a place to be. He goes, well, what's happening with your house? I said, like, oh, my dad don't want me there.
Oh, man.
So he's like, oh, I got to do something. So he called his coach. His coach was in a training center. In Cuba, you have these facilities where you can stay there. If you're good enough, you can stay there, eat there, study, live there. And, if as you winning, you can go to another place, which is called the Junior National Center. I was in the province.
Gotcha.
So he took me there, took me to his coach. He said, like, look, give it a chance to this kid. And the coach was, he hasn't competed. And coach goes, no. Put her to compete to you best guys. I bet he would beat me. I beat them. I have to.
Of course. You have no choice at this point.
I would have been the street. Who knows?
You have no choice.
So he's like, okay, he's going to stay. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
But it was horrible, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, like, when did you know you were, like, really, really good at judo? And in fighting in general, obviously, you had it in you going in the backyard, but, like, when you really started to know, like, yo, I'm really good at this.
I was really good. I was really, really fucking good. I'm not kidding. Like, but my background, it was always holding me back to the bottom. Yeah. The reason why is, for example, I'm in the school, for example, in the school that I was at, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking get in trouble, bro. The last thing I want is get kicked out of school and get back to the street.
Yeah.
I don't have a home to be at. I don't know. So somehow the kids always pushing and trying to see where they can get together. So at one point I was even bullied. Yeah. Kids were bullying me because they knew that I don't want to get in trouble because I don't want to.
You don't want to get kicked out and all that other shit.
So I was really good. So I win nationals. I win all these 4 nationals, and then I win another 2 more nationals.
Yeah, nice.
Then I go to the national team, junior. And someday there is people from the school before that they were saying, yeah, we used to do that to him and do nothing. Dude, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was 16 years old and I would go to the national team and I was beating every single guy at 16 years old. Yeah. At 15, I was a black belt in judo. Nobody ever done that, only Hector Rodriguez, which was Olympic champion, the only Olympic champion they ever had. He told me, you gotta be better than me. I was 16 years old, I was beating everybody. That shit was unheard of. So one day, I'm in the National Center, right? And this kid couldn't beat me at all. Nobody could beat me. At no weight class.
Where was this at?
In the Junior Nationals.
This is in Cuba?
Yeah. Nobody could even last a minute without getting Ippon. Okay. Ippon in judo is like KO.
Yep.
And this guy keep pushing my buttons, and one day I'm grabbing him. I said, like, listen, man, I'm grabbing. I said, like, I'm not scared of you, bro. I'm not scared of you. I'm scared to get kicked out.
Yeah.
But I'm not scared of you, bro.
What he said? You remember?
Fuck you, piece of shit. Yeah. You trash. All right. Well, it goes to another competition. I'm beating easy, and then He threw some chairs at me.
Throw a chair?
Yeah, he was pissed off. I said, like, well, you know, it is what it is. So as I'm going to my room, because we all live together.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's like a big freaking, like, where, you know, you see all the beds laying up, like, you share the same bathroom, you share, everything is together. So I'm waiting for him outside, at the top.
Yeah.
And the guy said to me, like, he's coming with a knife.
Oh, man.
So I couldn't, like, even avoid it because I'm already know the guy is already throwing shit at me. Yeah. And the guy is coming with a fucking knife. Yeah. I'm like, I need to put this guy out. So I see baseball by him everywhere. I almost killed the guy.
Wow.
So,
16 years old. 16.
Here we go. I'm kicked out.
Yeah.
And then my whole Olympic career, it went down. I made my Olympic team again after the suspension, you know, they appealed to the suspension. Okay. And I made the Olympic team in a year and a half.
Wow. Damn.
So I missed all the Olympic training camp. I missed everything. I still had the talent, but it wasn't enough training for me to do anything.
Yeah.
But I will tell you for how much struggle I went.
Nice. I mean,
it's a lot.
Your athletic abilities, if you had more opportunities, you know, obviously it would have been a lot easier or a lot more beneficial in that way. What happened? So, like, you went to the Olympic trials at that point, right?
I won the nationals that year, and then they accelerated the process for me to just be at the national center and start training. But it was too late.
How old were you then?
I was 20.
Yeah. So then, all right. So then, let's go to how'd you get to Australia? How did that go?
Australia. Once I compete, I stayed in Australia, and then they told me, like, dude, you here is like you motherfuckers fighting with pajamas. Nobody gives a fuck about it.
Yeah. It's not a big thing in Australia.
Nah, they don't care less about it. So what
would you think would be the most, like the most looked at combat sport in Australia right now? Boxing?
Combat sport now is UFC.
Yeah, man.
And it's funny because, dude, you had no idea for the struggles that I went.
I don't. That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
Like
nobody really does.
Put it this way.
Nobody really does. Right?
Put it this way. Sorry. Put it this way. Even in the MMA industry.
Yeah.
Like I would say I'm an MMA fighter. They would be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
A cage fighter. Oh! You monkey? Like they play those stupid games with the rays.
In Australia. Yeah.
No, I'm not a monkey, dude. I'm fighting in a cage.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, you're in the circus? So I deal with all that at the beginning. You know, I remember like I would have talked with multi-fighters. They would be like, oh yeah, you guys do the huggy, we do the real shit, the multi-real shit.
Yeah.
And now it's funny to me because everybody look up to the MMA now. Yeah. But it wasn't like that before though. We used to be criticized so much.
What year was this?
2003, 2004.
Okay. So like right when it started to become mainstream, a little more mainstream, UFC, Ultimate Fighter came out.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, and then there was a point that you transitioned to MMA and you started doing really well. But you went on a tear, like a 22 fight win streak. 25. When did that happen? Like when did you lost a couple fights and I'm guessing in the beginning of your career? The
beginning was like in pride because I was set up. I got this guy, Dustin, which is like, he is like, hey, you know, sign a contract, you know, get to fight. I wasn't ready to fight. I was ready to go and train.
Yeah.
And then they just made me fight. I was like, fuck. And then they did the same story with the second fight.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get you easy fight. Fuck you, easy fight. They got me Musashi. A fucking easy fight.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was on the winning strike.
Yeah.
So, came back home and I said to I said to myself, like, you know what? I need to put my shit together.
Yeah.
And
you were still in Australia.
Yeah. And I'm just like start smashing people left and right. Yeah. And then I moved here.
What do you think was like the main thing? Like, obviously your mindset, but was it, okay, I got more strict with the scheduling, I understood what I needed to work on, like, was it that, or was it just like, I'm getting serious now and then just rolling?
Yeah, it was more like, you know, remember I was telling you, like, I grew up in a very troubled home.
Yeah. From
a kid getting beat up, alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, whatever. Sure. So I was kind of like attracted to that at one point, you know, because, you know, I grew up seeing drunk people, you know, stuff like that. So I was like party, hanging out with my boys, you know, like it was like a crazy, you know, times that I was living at. So I got myself serious, you know, and one of the things that I wanted to be serious, I said to all my friends, I'm out of here. And I jumped in the plane, and I moved to California, and the rest is history.
Where'd you start training in California? Yeah.
My first gym was Team Quest.
That's right. Okay.
But it was a guy that he was living with me. His name was Frankie Edgar, an Olympian, and he was living with me back home in Australia. Because he reached out to me through social media.
So the old friends came back and started following you.
And he was a fucking crazy fucker. Taking my clothes, wearing my stuff. I said, hey, dude, don't do that. I let you be in my house, but you better respect my shit. So when he, you know, like we started getting into arguments because he's not respecting shit that he was doing, shit that, and from there escalated. So I'm not even gonna say what happened, but he moved because I got him to be at Team Quest first. So when I went to Team Quest, he already sprayed the power. And then from there, you know, not many people really liked me out there. So I moved from there to Aerobic. And then from Aerobic, I moved to American Top Team.
So your first year in Florida, how was it? How was that transition? You feel like you were good? You're in a good spot at this point?
100%. See, the first day, I remember like I never was attracted to California. I don't know, for some reason it wasn't for me. You know, I remember like Team Quest was in the middle of nowhere. I was like, fuck this, you know, I'm out of here. And then I moved to Brea in Fullerton, California. It was okay, but it still wasn't my, you know, I never felt like, well, it's my spot.
Did you feel like Florida, obviously, like
100%. Since
it's home, right?
Yeah, I said, fuck, this is home. I mean, this is me.
And we are right by Cuba, obviously. You know, like, that could be it. It's a beach. It's a beach area.
There's a bunch of Cubans everywhere. I remember I was living in my first spot was Coral Gables. It was beautiful up there, you know, and I had money at the time, so life was good. And I met the wrong women, and all my winning stride. And I remember, like, I was like on top of the world. Like, I'm already winning 2 times. I'm a 2 times Bellator champion. I won the CFC, the FCC, all these tournaments in Australia, all this around the globe, Serbia, whatever. Bellator, first year, second year, signed a huge contract. Huge. One day I'm driving, I remember like I bought my brand new truck. It was a King Ranch. I remember, like, beautiful truck. I love the truck. It was made up, perfect made for me. I'm driving. She goes to me, you know what you signed the biggest contract? I said, like, no, because of me. Scratched the whole truck. Because of who? Because of me. Because I want to smash her.
Yeah.
But I smashed my chest.
Yeah.
I hit my chest so hard that I fractured my sternum. I'm 3.5 weeks for the first fight in the UFC.
10 books.
And I truly believe that I beat that guy.
Yeah.
Even with that. But when I finished that fight, I felt like I was dying. I started screaming like, ah, ah, ah. And the guy's like, dude, you could have died in the fight. You got to fracture your sternum.
I remember.
And then from there, it was, I hit rock bottom. You know, like, you know, drugs, alcohol, fights, arguments. Lost so much. I can't care less about financial. You know, was physical stuff like houses, cars. What I really lost, that it really bothered me was my legacy. This is what really hurt me. Really hurt me the most was fucking my legacy. And I wasn't even looking at it at the time, because once you're in the middle of it, you don't see how fast shit's going. And I was in the middle of it. And now that I'm back and looking, I could have died in the fight. You remember, like, most of the times, I remember, like, you were looking at me and I said, like, fuck, this guy's not here. You okay, bro? Yeah, I'm alright. Really? Yeah, I'm alright. You'll be like, yeah, alright. You could see, like, something was going on, but you just like...
No, what happened was, I know you, and I know your upbringing, and I also know that you were going through some stuff. The only thing I could do at that time, and this is just, the only thing I could do was ask you, are you okay? Can I help you?
Look, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, because at the end of the day, I would have done the exact same shit that you did.
Yeah.
I can care less about it.
Yeah.
I'm offering you my service, whether you take it or you leave it.
Yeah.
All I can do is train you, but it's up to you to really come here and commit. But I was, my head, travel and fights and drugs, alcohol and shit. And I bring that energy to you, and you be like, fuck you, champ. I'll see you later. And I would be like, all right, I get it. Everybody's the same way.
There was a time. There was a time there that it went dark for you, for sure. But it's keep going with the story, because it gets better.
Bro, like, but it wasn't only you though. It was everybody. Like, it gets to the point where it's so obvious. Like, you're really going through some shit. Not even like the company. Like, besides everybody at the gym, partly in the UFC, and everybody said, man, these guys all over the place. Like, these guys don't even know what he's fucking doing. But they're just like, you know, all right. And then I have a fucked up manager. You don't even remember who my manager was.
No.
Because it wasn't nobody. Think about it. I had the worst manager in the history of the MMA period. They pay me for to sign with them. They did a horrible work. They did a horrible job. Like, I was basically, okay, you want to build Hector? I remember, like, this guy now, he's fighting in the 205. I really didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah, the UFC, huh?
Yeah, Smith. Yeah. Scott Smith, right?
Nah, it's not Scott Smith. Something. I know what you mean, though. The kid with the tattoos.
Yeah. Like, he's doing really good now. And, you know, that was a horrible fight for me. You know, besides all the bunch of stuff that was going on that I don't even want to mention it here. But they would put in me guys like they want to outbring, you know, like you build them up and say, oh, she's far winning. That's me, yo, get Hector, you know, that guy, you know, like shit like that. Like,
and this was at, it was bouncing.
I was a feeder.
You were bouncing at 170, going back up to 185, 170.
The whole shit was it was a joke.
Bare knuckle title, right?
Yeah.
And now we're looking to defend that.
Yeah.
We're going to 185.
We're supposed to go 185, but I haven't even told you that because David Fairman called me. It's like, well, you know, Thiago's not gonna take it. So now we're going back to step one, which was like me fighting Thiago. And look, I wanna make it clear, because I know like your podcast has a big platform. I had no bad feelings or anything against Thiago. He's one of the guys that I like the most. You know, like since day one, he's always been a hell of a guy. And it would be hypocrite for my part to say like, I hate the guy, because I don't.
Yeah.
That I want to fight him just to prove that I'm the best. Yeah. But he's one of the biggest names in bare knuckle.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. I had nothing against Thiago. I never, you know.
And you got
he
a
thinks
lot of history too.
Yeah, he thinks that, oh, you know, you call me a pussy. No, I never call you a pussy, bro. I would be dumb if you call you a pussy. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And first of all, if I call you a pussy, I'll tell you now you're a pussy. Yeah. But that was never the case. I was calling somebody else a pussy, but he was in a conversation. So
it sounded like
he thinks that I call him a pussy. I was calling other pussies, but you, Thiago, let's fight.
Yeah.
But I was calling other people pussy.
Yeah.
I'm calling you a pussy, but you know, as I miss you in the mix,
yeah.
it sounds like I'm calling you a pussy, but I was calling these guys pussies, not you.
Yeah.
But whatever. I was trying to explain to him. I don't know if he understand it or not, but I like Thiago, bro. And to be honest, I don't want to fight the guy that I like.
Yeah.
I do not. He's not gonna feel the same. Yeah. So I'm glad this shit happened. Okay. Believe it or not. Because, yeah, I want to prove that I'm the best, but that I really want to fight him? No. I do not. So I hope you one day watch this video, Thiago, and you know one thing for sure, I'm not a hypocrite, and I'm not going to say shit that is not in my heart. Now, there is other people that I do want to fight.
Who's that?
Joanna! Bitch, fuck. Wait till I see you, boy. Gonna break through your ass.
What's his full name again? You know his full name? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, his full name is Bitch, fuck.
All right, there it is.
Dude, you know me, bro. How the fuck, how stupid is to call me that I'm scared of a man?
Yeah, that's it's kind of a very untrue statement. Like,
you shut your mouth, bitch. Ow! Can you play that video?
Yeah, we'll play the video. We'll play the video.
Can you play that video, please? Yeah. Play that video, you bitch ass. Wait till I see you. Right. Motherfucker. She sings. She sings. I'm scared of her.
We'll go back.
She sings. Look how much. Look my fear. I'm scared of ya. I cannot wait to make that shit happen in real life. It's gonna happen, baby.
It's gonna happen.
Woo. And I'm coming for your ass, baby. Honestly, man, I'm grateful that we could reconnect.
Yeah.
And you are one of the guys that I was always looking up to, because not only your knowledge about, you know, the whole body in general, you know, the performance, the training and stuff like that, but just the type of person that you are, bro. You always been very straightforward, always tell people the truth, and you are a hardcore motherfucker. So I like to play with people in that circle, like, you know, they just main business. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of fake bastards out there.
Yeah, no,
it's a lot.
It's very true. It's very true. Keeping the circle tight is always important. But you definitely have shown me, and you're one of those guys, you show me that you can take it to the level that you take it, hit rock bottom, and then come back up and race through the flames like a phoenix, basically.
Yeah.
Which is very commendable, because a lot of people don't do that.
And it's funny, like, you know, in the world we live in today, you know, they want to see you there.
Yeah.
They don't want to see you go up.
No.
You know, as your own experience, like, you know, you're breaking through, and as you going through up, you see like a lot of people try to block you.
Yeah.
You see with your own experience. You're going up because everybody knows who you are. As you're going up, you're gonna have a lot of people like, oh, you know, go down here, but you're like, fuck you, I ain't no going with you. I'm going up. I'm not going down. You stay there. Give it like, you know, in the coconut. You know, get the fuck out of there. I'm going up, bitch.
Well, listen, this has been tremendous. But now we gotta train. All right, let's go.
Let's go, baby.
All right. Oh, also, where can they find you? Also, anything that you have coming up?
Look out for my next fight. Look out for my next fight. Bare Knuckle, baby, we're coming. We're gonna take over and training here at Field Daru. You gotta kick my ass now, and we coming, baby. Instagram, Hector Lombard, baby.
There you go. All right, we'll catch you next time.